Welcome back. And most of you know that I teach CCW primary class and various different shooting classes as well. And I teach at my private range, which we call it Dreamland. And I designed the ranges myself and put in a lot of thoughts so I could prepare my students when they really have to defend themselves, they will be confident and capable. So this time, we'll be shooting at our new pistol range. And here I put 7 steel targets from 5 yards, 10 yards, and 15 yards. And in the future, I'm also going to add 20 yards as well. And we'll be shooting from a concealed position undergarment. Now, I usually recommend my students to draw with one hand, even though it's undergarment, instead of using left hand to lift the cloth and then pulling a gun out. The reason is because in most cases, when I am out and about with my family, I'm usually holding one hand with my wife or my kids. And in a very dangerous situation, my wife always tends to grab my hand harder. So for me, I always practice with one hand using 4 fingers to lift the garment and then get my pistol out and then draw. Now by doing so, if you need to, you could shoot with one hand, or if you have a free hand, you could shoot with 2 hands. And again, here we're gonna compare between military versus self-defense. So here we're gonna be double tapping at 5 yards, double tapping at 10 yards, single shot at 15 yards, double tap at 10 yards, double tap at 5 yards, double tap at 10 yards, and lastly double tap at 5 yards. So it's total of 13 hits. And here I switched to my Glock19 with a red dot because I figured it would give me the advantage. But the problem was that I'm so used to shooting my CG and it's always point and shoot. So my muscle memory is kind of tuned into CG. But finding the red dot at the beginning was a little bit of an issue, but I caught them pretty quickly. And you'll also see that we were missing at 15 yards, but after a couple of shots and having a confidence, it wasn't a problem.
Good. Last shot, 9.9.
9.9.
Make it say.
Patterson.
First shot, 1.63, 7.57.
아직 한 발.
15.2.
Again, I designed this range because most people are shooting at one target at one distance, and outside of that, their confidence goes down, and that can be very dangerous. But shooting at multiple target at multiple distance, double tapping really gave us the confidence. By practicing more, we won't be hesitating, but we'll be shooting on target very effectively. Now, most of you know that one of the golden rules of self-defense shooting is shoot till the attack stops, and never shoot once the attack stops or disabled. Instead, you should call 911 and call for help to save this evil man on the ground that has been disabled. Now, the reason is because when you're defending yourself and the criminals have a deadly weapon, they're not going to stop with one shot. So you want to make sure you don't hesitate after one shot where you could get shot or get stabbed. Instead, you want to make sure you stop the attack and you stop when the attack stops. So to practice and for the fun of it, I'm going to be triple tapping all 7 targets with my Glock19 and 25 round magazine. And I gotta tell you, it was a whole lot of fun. And while I'm at it, I wanted to compare with my 9mm AR pistol with a buffer tube. Again, 25 rounds, triple tapping, and see which was more effective. And again, it was a whole lot of fun. And the soldier wanted to practice something a little different, and I really enjoyed watching it, and I realized I really need to practice that as well. Take a look.
First shot, 2.07. Last shot, 12.95. First shot, 1.41, 13.06.
That was a good one.
1.07, 2.57. 1.05, 2.57. 1.22. Third shot, 3.02.
Now, one thing that I do want to teach is that you have to build your muscle memory to be safe, accurate, and effective, but at the same time, you have to be able to think rationally to shoot effectively without getting into an illegal issue and suppress your emotion as best as you can. I know some of you are thinking, you can't carry 25-round magazines, and yes, you're right. So next time I'm going to be practicing with 2 magazines and switching the magazine as I shoot. But again, I had to do it. It was a whole lot of fun. And next is our favorite shooting range, which is moving target, where the target and the shooter is moving in a positive direction and taking 12 shots, changing magazine, and going back the other direction and taking another 12 shots and see how fast and how many we hit. So stay tuned.